ladies, welcome to Spotlight Sunday out here on the Crafty Maven. I'm Melissa Vining and it's my turn for Spotlight Sunday. So before I get into it, if you can hear any noise outside, it's two of my kids. It's school holidays here in New Zealand, it's summer and we're on holiday already, so I like to film during the day and it's really hard to tell them or expect them to be super quiet, and it's a beautiful day here and they're on the trampoline, so if you hear anything, that's what that is. So I thought I'd just, before I get into the scrapbooking, or discussing the scrapbooking side of me, I thought I'd tell you a bit about myself. So I'm 38 and I'm from New Zealand, hence probably the strange accent to most of you. I am married to Sean and we have 3 children. We have Sam, who is nearly 9, Azaria, who is 6, and little Brielle, who is nearly 20 months. So I'm originally from the North Island of New Zealand and from a place that is probably 40 minutes south of Auckland, and the nearest town is Pukekohe, if there's any Kiwis watching this. So when I was 17, I knew that I wanted to study in the South Island, and I knew in my heart that the South Island would become my home. So I applied to university in Christchurch, in a uni called Lincoln, and I got in and I went and studied there. And I studied an environmental degree, but I couldn't get a job with it at the end. So my best friend at the time was going to study planning and do her master's at Otago University in Dunedin. So that was about probably 4 or 5 hours south of there. And so I decided to go too. I was only 21 at the time. And so I packed my bags and I moved down there. And so I did my master's degree for 2 years. It was really, really full on 2 years. And it was lots of fun and lots of hard work. And when I had almost finished, I got a job. So I got a job as a planning consultant. So town planning consultant is what I was studying to be. And I started that job. And 5 months after I started that job, I came to work one day and the boss was dressed in a suit and announced that he had applied for a new job and the company would be shutting down. So I called up Queenstown, where I was contracted to, and asked them if they had a job for me, and they did. And so now I get to live in the adventure capital of the world. Queenstown is also the home of bungee jumping, and we've also had some of the Lord of the Rings filmed here in a place called Paradise. It's a real name, and it is beautiful, and that is near Glenorchy. So I've been living here now for, I think, nearly 17 years, and I absolutely love it. I met my husband Sean in a stage show. He was singing, I was dancing, we became really good friends, and the rest is history. So I, as well as having my own business as a town planning consultant, along with Sean, we run our children's and younger youth ministry at our local church. We love the Lord God with all our heart, and we just follow Jesus. And so we're raising our children up to love God as well and to know Him. And that's really, really important in our life. And everything in our life is really based around that. So other things I like to do aside from scrapbooking, because I live in Queenstown, it's an alpine ski resort. I love to snowboard. I love to mountain bike. In summer, I went for my first mountain bike ride a couple of weeks ago because I'd hurt my back and it was so, so good to get out there and get back into it. Other things I love to do, I go to the gym and I have to do a lot of work of strength training and exercises for my back. And the most exciting thing I've just done recently is I started adult ballet classes this term, and much to my shock and my horror and surprise, the instructor said, "We're doing a show at the end of the year and you will be in it." And so I panicked and said, "No, I can't. How can I possibly be in a ballet show when I've only done it for a term?" But she was just amazing. She just believed in all of us, and the show was on last Sunday night and I did it. And we were Lord of the Rings elves and we danced to music from Lord of the Rings and Game of Thrones. So that was pretty exciting. So moving on to the scrapbooking. Where did it all start? Well, my sister-in-law got into creative memories in a really big way, and she made some brag books to give to our mother-in-law, and they were of her 2 daughters. And so when she brought them up and showed them to me, I just fell in love with them. And then she started a scrapbooking shop, quite little, a couple of hours away where they live. And to me it was really, really interesting, and I just loved all the product. And so I had taken photos of my son without realising it, well, on purpose, but not knowing anything about scrapbooking. when he was born, I took photos of him every month on the 29th, because he was born on the 29th of March. And so I took photos on the 29th of every month to show the difference in him month by month up to a year. And so I'll show you now. I went to what is known as the warehouse, here, and I purchased this album, and I purchased some papers and a trimmer and some adhesive, and I made my first page. So I'll just show you there. And then I just got all the photos printed, and month by month I just made a page for him. So I'll show you another one. So I even had journaling on there. Wait, can you see that? Sorry if it's a bit glary. Probably not the best. Anyway, yeah, and that's how it all started. And then I did a bit more, and then I got pregnant with my second, so we've got 27 months between the first two. And it was awful because I got really sick, and all my creativity, or need to be creative, was gone. So I pretty much put all the scrapbooking in a box, put it away, and then after she was born, I felt that I had that urge to be creative again, so I got it back out. And in the summer, or our summer, which would have been your winter, of January 2012, I typed in scrapbooking into the App Store on my iPhone and found an app called 2Ps. Thought, well, this is interesting, we'll have a look. So I downloaded it, went in there. Then I realised that there was a whole website dedicated to scrapbooking, and the rest is history, really. I fell in love with what the 2Ps community were doing. I loved the garden girls. I found that there were people that scrapbooked like me, not the old school creative memories, which is perfectly fine, people can scrapbook that way, but I never scrapbooked that way. I was always into layering. I was always into, I guess, more simple, not the full-on sort of shabby chic, which I love as well, but I found people that scrapbooked like me. And from there, I discovered the message boards, and it became my scrappy home for over 2 years. So when I found out that 2Ps were closing, I think I cried. I think let's be honest, many of us did. That was my home, and I absolutely adored it. And so then, as time went on, I think what I did. I transferred to scrapbook.com, which is great too, but it didn't have the same community feel. So in the meantime, I encouraged myself to start my own blog, which was really scary at the time. And I started applying for design teams, and I applied to Let's Get Sketchy. They were the first team I applied for. And as always, I prayed over every application that I sent in. And that way I know that if I don't get it, it's not meant to be. It's not God's timing for me, and it's not God's plan for me, so I don't need to be disappointed. But much to my delight, I got in, and I just love being a part of that design team. People have come and gone over the years. I've been there since 2012, I think, but I've stayed there, and I just really want to honour Bren Chevier, the leader over there, because of her, my confidence in scrapbooking increased, and I applied for other teams, and I just love creating with sketches. If you follow my YouTube channel, you'll know that I love that. And so I did that, and then I also applied for our biggest online store here in New Zealand. There's not many scrapbooking stores, most of them shutting down, and I got into that as well, which was really, really thrilling, and I've been designing there for about 3 years. There were a couple of other design teams that I applied for that I got into, and then they closed down. They were challenge blogs. And then I applied for, so the one that I was talking about before was called Artful Crafts. That's the New Zealand one. And just this year I applied to Click Kits, and it was totally, totally thrilled that I got into that one as well. And I just love getting the kit each month, and I love the community and the Click, and I love the other girls that I'm creating with, and I just feel really blessed. And of course, then there's the Crafty Maven Getaway. I think Hannah is amazing. She's done a brilliant job at getting this going. I love being a part of it. I love being inspired by everybody else, and I just love that she knows what our strengths are, and she assigns us videos that suit. And so I'm not really used to being in front of the camera, but this is the second time I've ever done face-to-face, and I just love it that we're pushed along to do this. So I just want to say thank you, Hannah. You are amazing, and I just hope that you're so blessed by all the support that you're getting with this. So, where am I going with my scrapbooking? First and foremost, scrapbooking is for me, and I think I've said it before that I have, like, I'm comfortable with my style now. I used to go through that freak out stage of going, oh my goodness, all my pages look the same. Is this getting boring? Not for me creating, but you question yourself and go, should it be like this? I don't know. And I'm at the point now where I'm really comfortable. I like to try new techniques, and if they work, then I'll use them. If they don't, it doesn't matter. I love the community on YouTube. Being a business owner and busy mum of 3, I think I've said before in some of my blog posts or my own videos that I'm really behind in watching everyone's videos, and I've been binge watching certain people's videos. So if you see me watching about 20 of your videos in a row, it's because I'm onto your channel. Anyway, yeah, I feel that this YouTube community has replaced the two-piece community that I love so much, and I just I believe in reaping and sowing, and I believe that if you sow a comment onto someone's video, that they'll sow a comment back onto yours, and if you like someone's video, they'll like yours. And yeah, I try not to be caught up in the numbers side of making videos, because you can get into the whole, I only got this many likes or this many views. At the end of the day, I do it because I love it, and I hope that I inspire you. And the best thing for me, I must say, is I love Instagram. And I was getting a coffee the other day for a work meeting, and a girl who is a hairdresser who I know, have known for years, called out to me that she loved my Instagram feed. And I said, oh, is it the ballet? Because I was thinking, put a few ballet ones on there lately. And she said, no, it's scrapbooking. She said, you've really inspired me to start scrapbooking. And I said, well, you should do it. Go and get some stuff. And she said, I've got everything at home. I just need to do it. And I thought, wow, that's what it's all about. There's no right or wrong way to scrap. There is no must do it this way. I think it's entirely up to you if you want to do one photo, multiple photos, mixed media, clean and simple. I think at the end of the day, it's all about the community, that we love paper, we love embellishments. We just love to lose ourselves in the creative process. And so I'm really excited to see what she makes. So I hope you've enjoyed this little get to know me better. I hope that you will come and subscribe to my channel as well. I'll put the link below. And also follow me on Instagram. I love sharing on there, and I love seeing what everyone else is up to. And yeah, I just want to say Merry Christmas. That's a really exciting time of year, and I just pray that you all have a safe and happy Christmas. And I must say that those of you that are having a white Christmas, I would just love that so much. That song, I'm Dreaming of a White Christmas, is what runs through my head every year as we bask in the summer sun here in New Zealand. But yeah, have an awesome holiday season, and I'll be back again soon. See you later.